Imagine losing everything you've worked for in an instant. What would you do? Would you crumble under the weight of despair? Or would you rise above it with unwavering composure? The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus believed that setbacks are inevitable, but how we respond to them defines our character. In this video, we'll uncover timeless lessons from Epictetus on how to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Before diving in, make sure to like and subscribe to support our journey of Stoic exploration, and stick around until the end. You won't want to miss Epictetus's transformative wisdom. Number 1. Understanding the nature of setbacks. Epictetus begins by teaching us to see setbacks for what they are: external events outside of our control. According to him, the real challenge is not the event itself, but our perception of it. For instance, losing a job may feel like a personal failure, but Epictetus would remind us that the job loss is neutral. It's our interpretation that adds emotional weight. This perspective liberates us from unnecessary suffering. By understanding that we can control only our responses, we reduce the grip of external circumstances on our emotions. Think of a storm at sea. Epictetus would advise focusing on steering the ship rather than cursing the storm. Epictetus also warns against labeling setbacks as good or bad. Such judgments, he believed, are rooted in our desires and aversions. The Stoic way is to see events as opportunities to practice virtue, whether it's patience, courage, or acceptance. For example, a failed relationship can become a platform for self-growth. Instead of wallowing in regret, we can examine our behavior, learn from mistakes, and approach future relationships with wisdom. By reframing setbacks as neutral and inevitable, we start to see them as teachers rather than threats. This mental shift is the first step toward handling challenges with grace. Number 2, accept what you cannot change. One of Epictetus's core teachings is the practice of acceptance. He famously said, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are." This mindset doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging reality without resistance. Take the example of a missed flight. Most people react with frustration or blame, but Epictetus would advise us to accept the situation calmly. After all, anger won't bring the plane back. Instead, we should focus on what we can control, like rescheduling or using the extra time productively. Acceptance isn't passive, it's a dynamic choice. It requires us to channel our energy into constructive action rather than futile complaints. This approach helps us conserve mental energy and focus on solutions. Consider Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, who faced constant political and personal challenges as emperor. Instead of lamenting his burdens, he embraced them as opportunities to live virtuously, embodying Epictetus's teachings. Epictetus also highlights that acceptance frees us from self-pity. When we stop resisting reality, we're better equipped to adapt and thrive, even in the harshest conditions. Number 3, master your inner dialogue. Epictetus believed that our thoughts shape our reality. When setbacks occur, our inner dialogue determines whether we feel defeated or empowered. Negative self-talk can spiral into despair, but positive framing helps us stay grounded. For example, imagine failing an important exam. Instead of thinking, "I'm a failure," Epictetus would encourage reframing it as, "This is a chance to identify my weaknesses and improve." The language we use with ourselves is powerful. It can either trap us in misery or propel us toward growth. He also emphasized the importance of self-awareness. Monitoring our thoughts allows us to catch harmful patterns and replace them with constructive ones. This practice aligns with cognitive behavioral therapy, which shows that changing thought patterns can reduce stress and anxiety. Epictetus often compared the mind to a garden. If left unattended, weeds of negativity will grow. But with care and discipline, we can cultivate resilience, gratitude, and clarity. Regular reflection, such as journaling, can help maintain this mental garden. By mastering our inner dialogue, we gain control over how setbacks affect us. This doesn't make challenges disappear, but it equips us to face them with dignity and strength. Number 4, focus on your virtues. In Stoicism, setbacks are seen as opportunities to practice virtue. Epictetus argued that life's difficulties are like a gym for the soul. They strengthen our moral character. Instead of fearing challenges, we should embrace them as tests of our inner fortitude. Imagine a scenario where you're unfairly criticized at work. While it's tempting to retaliate or brood, Epictetus would advise responding with patience and understanding. By doing so, you uphold your virtue and grow stronger in the face of adversity. He also encouraged focusing on virtues like courage, temperance, and wisdom. These are qualities within our control, regardless of external chaos. For instance, during a financial crisis, temperance can help you resist impulsive decisions, while courage allows you to face the situation calmly. A real-life example is Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of concentration camps. Despite unimaginable suffering, he maintained a sense of purpose and used his experience to help others. Frankl's resilience echoes Epictetus's belief that our character, not circumstances, defines us. By prioritizing virtue over comfort, we transform setbacks into stepping stones for personal growth. This mindset empowers us to rise above life's trials and emerge stronger. Number 5, use setbacks to find your purpose. Epictetus taught that setbacks can clarify our priorities and deepen our sense of purpose. When we face difficulties, they often force us to reflect on what truly matters. For example, losing a job might seem devastating, but it can also be an opportunity to pursue a career aligned with your passions. Epictetus would argue that such moments are not failures, but redirections toward a more meaningful path. This perspective encourages resilience. Instead of dwelling on what's lost, focus on what can be gained. Many successful individuals, from entrepreneurs to artists, credit their setbacks as pivotal moments that shaped their journeys. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of gratitude. Even in hardship, there are blessings to count: a supportive friend, a lesson learned, or the strength to keep going. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, fostering a positive outlook. Finally, he reminds us that life's challenges are fleeting. Like waves in the ocean, they rise and fall. By keeping this transient nature in mind, we can navigate setbacks with patience and hope. Number 6, detachment from outcomes. Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on effort rather than outcomes. He believed that the results of our actions often lie beyond our control, but the effort we put in is entirely within our domain. This principle frees us from anxiety about success or failure. Imagine working tirelessly on a project only for it to be rejected. While it's natural to feel disappointed, Epictetus would remind us to focus on what we could control: the hard work, commitment, and skills we brought to the task. The rejection, being an external event, is irrelevant to our inner worth. He used the metaphor of an archer shooting an arrow. The archer can control the aim and release, but not the wind or the target's movement. Success, therefore, is in doing your best, not in hitting the bullseye. This detachment from outcomes fosters peace of mind. Detachment also encourages persistence. When we're not obsessed with immediate results, we can persevere through challenges without fear of failure. Thomas Edison, for instance, faced countless failures before inventing the light bulb. His resilience exemplifies Stoic detachment. By focusing on effort rather than results, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and cultivate inner peace, knowing we've done all we can. Number 7, embrace discomfort as growth. Epictetus taught that discomfort is a natural part of life and a prerequisite for growth. He encouraged facing challenges head-on rather than avoiding them, likening life to a training ground where we build resilience. Consider physical exercise. Lifting heavier weights or running longer distances causes temporary discomfort, but it strengthens the body. Similarly, enduring life's setbacks strengthens the mind. For example, struggling through a tough academic program may be challenging, but the skills and discipline you gain are invaluable. Epictetus argued that avoiding discomfort leads to stagnation. By embracing difficulties, we expand our capacities and prepare ourselves for future challenges. He would remind us that diamonds are formed under pressure. Our hardships shape us into stronger individuals. Historical figures like Nelson Mandela, who endured decades of imprisonment, used discomfort to fuel personal and societal transformation. Mandela's resilience embodies Epictetus's belief in using hardship as a crucible for character development. In viewing discomfort as an opportunity, we shift our mindset from one of avoidance to one of growth, allowing setbacks to become tools for self-improvement. Number 8, practice the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control, a cornerstone of Epictetus's teachings, divides life into two categories: what we can control and what we cannot. By focusing only on the former, we conserve energy and avoid unnecessary stress. Imagine planning an outdoor event, only for rain to ruin the day. Epictetus would urge you to recognize that the weather is beyond your control. Instead of lamenting, you could focus on adapting the event for an indoor setting, something within your power. This principle applies to relationships as well. You can't control how others behave, but you can control your reactions. For instance, if someone betrays your trust, you can choose to respond with dignity rather than vengeance, preserving your peace. The dichotomy of control also fosters a sense of freedom. When we release the need to control uncontrollable elements, we liberate ourselves from worry. This mindset is evident in athletes who focus on their training and performance rather than obsessing over the final score. Epictetus's dichotomy of control empowers us to navigate setbacks by placing our attention on what truly matters: our choices and actions. Number 9, view life as a play. Epictetus often likened life to a theater play, where each individual plays a role assigned by fate. He taught us that our job is not to rewrite the script, but to perform our role to the best of our ability, regardless of the circumstances. Imagine being cast as a minor character in a play. While it's tempting to envy the lead role, Epictetus would advise focusing on delivering your lines with excellence. Similarly, in life, we should fulfill our responsibilities without resentment, even when the odds seem unfair. This perspective helps us detach from comparisons and envy. For example, if a colleague gets promoted while you're overlooked, instead of feeling slighted, you can focus on excelling in your current position, knowing that your effort defines your worth. Viewing life as a play also reduces the sting of setbacks. When challenges arise, we can see them as dramatic turns in the story rather than personal failures. This approach allows us to navigate difficulties with grace, much like an actor remaining composed during unexpected stage mishaps. By embracing life's theatrical nature, we cultivate humility, acceptance, and the ability to handle setbacks with poise. Number 10, learn from every setback. Epictetus believed that every setback carries a lesson. He encouraged reflecting on our experiences to extract wisdom, turning failures into stepping stones for success. For instance, after a financial loss, instead of fixating on the money lost, ask what went wrong. Did poor planning or impulsive decisions contribute to the outcome? Identifying these factors helps prevent future mistakes. Learning from setbacks also builds resilience. Each challenge equips us with tools to face the next one more effectively. Consider J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection from multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Her persistence demonstrates the power of learning and adapting. Epictetus also emphasized humility in the face of setbacks. Recognizing our fallibility allows us to grow. Instead of blaming others or external factors, take ownership of your role in the situation. This self-awareness fosters personal development. By treating every setback as a teacher, we transform life's difficulties into opportunities for growth, embodying Epictetus's timeless wisdom. Setbacks are not the end of the road. They are stepping stones to growth, resilience, and wisdom. Epictetus's teachings remind us that life is a series of challenges, but how we respond to them defines who we are. By focusing on what we can control, embracing discomfort, learning from every experience, and seeing life as a play, we can handle setbacks with grace and strength. Remember, obstacles are not meant to break you. They are opportunities to rise stronger. If these Stoic insights have resonated with you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to support our journey in exploring timeless wisdom. And stay tuned for more empowering lessons to help you live with purpose and clarity. Until next time, approach life with a calm mind and a courageous heart.